sad weekend in the sense that we lost a great person. I'll be going on early Sunday morning. We're going to Arizona, taking some people with us on Air Force One. Maybe you people are going to be with us, I don't know. But we're going to be going Saturday early on Sunday morning. Well, the problem is on the left. If you look at the problem is on the left. It's not on the right, like some people like to say on the right. The problem we have is on the left. And when you look at the agitators, you look at the scum that speaks so badly of our country, the American flag burnings all over the place, that's the left, that's not the right.
Do you plan on investigating?
We'll see. We'll be announcing. They're already under investigation. You know, they're already under major investigation. A lot of the people that you would traditionally say are on the left.
They're already under investigation?
Already under investigation.
Have you asked to start with...
No, we haven't, but we are looking at names. We don't like that. That's not right. We wouldn't celebrate if something happened on their side, and we don't. These are sick people. These are really deranged people.
Conservative activist and U.S. President Donald Trump's ally, Charlie Kirk, was reportedly shot at during a question and answer session at Utah Valley University. As per reports, a suspect has been taken into custody. The incident occurred on September 10th in Orem, Utah, during the first stop of Kirk's American Comeback Tour with Turning Point USA. The extent of Kirk's injuries is not yet clear, and the FBI is closely monitoring the situation on campus. FBI Director Kash Patel confirmed agents are on the scene and that the agency fully supports the ongoing investigation. Utah Governor Spencer Cox said law enforcement is briefing him on the incident and that those responsible will be held accountable. Former Congressman Jason Chaffetz, who was at the event with his daughter, said the crowd hit the deck as the shot was fired. Chaffetz described the attack as shocking and said the bullet came straight toward Kirk just before the event began. U.S. President Donald Trump also reacted on social media, calling for prayers and describing Kirk as a great guy from top to bottom. Other conservative leaders, including J.D. Vance, Pete Hegseth, Pam Bondi, and Robert F. Kennedy Jr., also urged prayers. Utah Valley University confirmed in a statement that a single shot was fired on campus toward the visiting speaker, Charlie Kirk. Kirk is one of the most prominent pro-Trump figures in the United States and the founder of Turning Point USA, a nonprofit that seeks to spread conservative ideas to students on U.S. campuses. Just before the shooting, Kirk posted on social media that Utah Valley University was fired up for the American Comeback Tour event. Here's a look at when Charlie Kirk addressed young voters at Capital One Arena while campaigning for Trump earlier this year. He promised that the GOP would help them achieve the American dream.
We did it, everybody. It is hard to believe, almost surreal. For those of you that have always had the president's back throughout these last couple of years, when we were at our darkest moment 4 years ago, this is your victory. For those of you that refuse to waver, when they tried to throw our amazing patriots in federal prison, when they tried to silence this movement, for those of you that never wavered, this is your victory. For those of you that are sick and tired of seeing your beloved home be overrun by hordes of illegals, this is your victory. And no longer is this just a rally about what we say we're going to do when President Trump takes office. Now I can say what he's doing right now as we are here in this arena. As we are here right now, President Donald Trump is signing executive order after executive order, 200 executive actions and orders today, some of which include drill baby drill, curb inflation, national emergency on the southern border, and my favorite, that God created man and woman. There are no other genders besides that. No more critical race theory or diversity, equity, inclusion in our military. Our taxpayer dollars will no longer fund our kids to hate our country. It is over as of today, thanks to President Trump. And what you saw from President Trump today, which, by the way, I believe was the best inaugural address in American history. And the reason why it was the best, it was not platitudes or abstractions or empty promises. It wasn't about stuff that the DC regime wants to hear. While they were all sitting behind him, he basically said, the people in this room have been robbing you, the American people. You see, as of high noon, just an hour and a half ago, the 46th president is no longer. And you might think it was Joe Biden, but it really was a bunch of White House staffers that you've never heard of before. Their term is over. It will go 45 Trump, a bunch of White House staffers, 47 Trump. That is how the succession will go. And what we have seen these last couple of years was the intentional destruction and obliteration of our homeland. And in just one day, we're going to understand a very simple truth, that decline is a choice. That when your country is failing, it's because our leaders have decided to allow it to fail. And President Trump, I really believe, is on a mission from the Almighty to save this country in that millimeter miracle where he very well could have been not just shot, but unspeakable things could have happened in Butler, Pennsylvania. And the reason that they wanted to take out Donald Trump so bad, 700 years in federal prison, every possible way imaginable, is because he brings you guys into the room, is because he brings you into the negotiation. You see, this was supposed to be a managed decline of the United States of America. And just understand what you are living through. You're living through a new American renaissance. And honestly, there were a lot of people that said there's no way they'll allow Donald Trump to be president again. They're going to steal it. They're going to use the machines. And I understand all that. They're going to try to take him out. But never underestimate the will of the American people and the sovereignty of God towards righteous and good purposes. Donald Trump is evidence that God is not done with the United States of America, that our best days are ahead of us. And our marching orders are very simple. Right now, the southern border is being secured and it is being militarized. There are no more illegal entries allowed in the United States of America right now. It is right now. Right now, the evasion is over. It is over. And we have to understand that it's going to be more than just executive actions. It's all of you continue to fight in your community. It's all of you continue to understand that this is going to be a bottom-up movement to reclaim our communities, to reclaim our school boards, to make sure our kids love America again. And for me personally, I have a lot of things that I could have done, but the most important thing that I can do and Turning Point can do is to go back on these campuses to make sure that Gen Z is the most conservative generation in American history.